The EU on October 14th urged the US and G7 nations to work together to counter China's tightening of rare earth export controls. Danish Foreign Minister Lars Rasmussen said, "If we stick together, we can better pressure on China to act in a fair way." Rasmussen said the EU needed to flex its muscles as the world's biggest trading bloc and that the EU and the US should coordinate their efforts. European Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic said this dramatic expansion of scope by China is aggravating the situation. Trade ministers from the EU see China's export controls on rare earths as a critical concern and called Beijing's export controls unjustified and causing a lot of problems for European companies and industry. Remarks from EU ministers were following China's announcement of further tightening export restrictions of 5 rare earths on October 9th. This brings the export controls by Beijing to a total of 12 rare earth out of a total of 17. Beijing also tightened export controls on magnet producers, who are required to seek Beijing's approval for exports. China dominates rare earth, where it processes more than 90% of the world's rare earth and produces more than 90% of the world's magnets. Rare earths are used for making semiconductors used in AI technology and are key ingredients in producing glass, lights, magnets, batteries, and catalytic converters, and used in everything from cell phones to cars. The EU is prioritizing the matter, and Sefcovic said he raised the matter with the US and that the G7 would be discussing the matter on October 15th, followed by a video call discussion. The G7 includes the US, Canada, Japan, France, Germany, Italy, and the UK, with a combined 44% of the world's nominal GDP. Sefcovic said Beijing's actions have pushed the EU to accelerate efforts to reduce its dependency on China as quickly as possible, and said there are projects among G7 nations to accelerate rare earth production.